think that's the basis on where the Economic Council was created, to get a collective vision of all the relevant social partners and stakeholders, and to make sure that, as I've mentioned, that no one is left behind. So developing a collective vision calls for us to first reach towards each other and embrace each other as different social partners, and more than anything also to ensure that every social partner's role is recognized and acknowledged, and also every social partner is contributing towards ensuring that his or her constituency is also part of the broader plan of building a thriving economy in KZN.
Mm-hmm. From your perspective as the convener for civil society, what role and responsibility do they have to also take up the lead and count themselves in this drive for entrepreneurs instead of waiting for other stakeholders to hold their hand?
Yeah, I think that the first issue on our part is to ensure that smaller and medium and macro enterprises are getting enough support. So to address these issues of the bottlenecks and the bureaucracy, the cumbersome access to finances. So we are also trying to ensure that there's access to land. So you'll know that the issue of land in KZN is a serious challenge, because we've got this Ingonyama Trust, and also we've got the traditional leaders, Amakose. So, for instance, a practical example, if we want to build these special economic zones, we are the ones as civil society who are leading that process of social facilitation, engaging with different communities, with the traditional leaders, with the councillors, to ensure that we have these structures there, we have these special economic zones. And besides that, also to get a buy-in from all the partners within the communities, because we've learned the hard way that if the community are not part of the integral part of an economic development, if they are left behind and they are alienated, and the worst could happen. The worst that has happened is an example of what we've had in Kwastebo, when people during the protest banned the firms. So we also, as civil society, ensure that there is political stability, because no investor will come into a community, into a country where there's a political instability. And also, lastly, maybe it's also about making sure that we hold each other accountable. We hold the government accountable, we hold the civil society, we hold the business accountable, and also all the other sectors, to ensure that we meet our obligations as per the Provincial Growth and Development Plan.